Hi everyone, welcome back to Louise Plus 10. So it's tip of the week Saturday, guys. So I've got 5 tips for you today. It's things that I do in my home that I really believe help towards keeping a clean home. Hope you've all had a great week. My week was not so great this week. Have you ever had those days where everything just seems to go wrong and you're there thinking, what else could possibly go wrong? I've had quite a few of those days this week. So for example, Wednesday, I went to one of my customers to clean, and she's disabled, so I sometimes take her to get essentials and things that she needs, I pick medication up for her, etc. So she'd asked me if we could go and pick some essentials up, so of course I said, yeah, sure, of course we can. So I get in the car after I'd cleaned with her, I go a few seconds down the road and I'm like, oops. And she's like, whatever's the matter, Louise? I'm like, I think I've got a flat tyre. You can just feel it, can't you? You just know. So I get out, two front tyres, absolutely fine. Had those done not so long ago. Look on the back passenger side, and lo and behold, I've got such a flat tyre that it looks like a fried egg on the floor. Well, of course, I'm not used to stuff like that. My husband deals with things like that. So I'm thinking, oh no, what do I do? I knew we had breakdown cover, but that would mean waiting probably hours. So I see 2 workmen at the end of her road, and I'm like, oh my God, can I pluck up the courage to ask for help? Because I'm quite shy. Let's face it, it's took me 2 years with this channel to finally start feeling comfortable enough to upload on a regular basis. So I pluck up the courage and I'm like, excuse me, I know it's a bit rude, I know you don't even know me, but do you know anything about flat tyres? Like, hint, hint, can you help me? And they were really lovely guys. So he ordered his son to get the tyre pump out of his van, and he come and helped me pump the tyre up. So I get in the car, I say to my husband, I rang him, I said, I've got a big issue, I've got a big dilemma. I've had a flat tyre, these guys have helped me pump it up, what do I do? So he instructs me, I now need to go to this tyre warehouse and I need 2 new back tyres. He said, you may as well get the other done at the same time. So all of a sudden I'm faced with this dilemma. I've never ever done this before myself. I'm really, really nervous with things I haven't done before. Anyway, I knew this place was on the warehouse, but I also knew when my husband and I last did the front tyres when I went with him, I knew they'd moved premises. Anyway, I took a lucky turn. I turned down one road and lo and behold, there it was in front of me. It was like it was all meant to be. So I get there, park up, and I go into the reception and I said to the guy, I need 2 new back tyres, please. So what was his question to me? Yep, sure, love. What size are your tyres? So I'm like, I don't know. My husband normally deals with that. But it's a Ford Fiesta, if that's any help. And he sort of looked at me, gone out, and I think he thought, what? So I sort of realised you can have different size tyres for different cars. It doesn't matter, it's a Ford Fiesta. That don't come into it. And you know how you say something and you sort of wish straight away you hadn't? Well, it was that sort of scenario. Anyway, he goes and looks at my car and he comes back in and he says, yes, great news, we've got them in stock. So of course I thought, brilliant. So then he orders me to park into the workshop, which I did, no problems. We get out, my customer and I, we go into the reception and we wait. And then within 15 minutes it's done. You know, all this dilemma, within half an hour, it was sorted. Next, I had to reverse all the way out, which I'm not a reverser. The only reversing I do is I'll park forward in a bay and reverse out. And even that probably takes 10 minutes and 100 looks over my shoulder to make sure everything's okay. So I was really put in a position which I'm not used to, but I did it. So I gave myself a tap on the back and I thought, you go, girl. You've done something you're not used to doing. I was really proud of myself. Anyway, all that aside, it's been one of those weeks this week. Everything has gone wrong and I don't think anything else could have gone wrong, really. It's just been one of those weeks. Anyway, I'm alive. I'm here to tell the tale. So anyway, I just hope you've had a better week than what I have. Okay, so moving on to tip of the week, I've got 5 tips, as I've said, and it's things that I implement around my home that I really feel makes a difference. So here goes. Tip number 1, only have one laundry basket. Now you might be there thinking, what? I've seen it all too many times where customers and friends and different people, they say, I can't keep on top of my laundry, how on earth do you do it? Yeah, we only have one laundry basket. Now, I've seen it where people have got one in every kid's room, in the bathroom and in their room, and all that does is really, you've got a lot more storage to house dirty clothes. So you've got these huge baskets and you're filling them up in every room, and unless you're going to actually do laundry every day, you're left with a big old mess of mounded up laundry. So we only have the one laundry basket, as you know, I've said before, and the depth of it is literally only like this. And it sits on top of my dryer in the kitchen. So it's not out of sight, out of mind. We spend a lot of the time in the kitchen, so we're just forever putting a load in the washer. And then when it's washed, we put it in the dryer. And then it'll get put in my ironing pile. So always follow out the laundry as well. So if you're going to put it in the wash, make sure you put it in the dryer. And when it's been in the dryer and it's dry, please just fold it and put it away. Or put it in your ironing pile. Okay, so tip number 2, only have one main bin. Now I only have the one bin in my kitchen. And again, I've seen it with my own eyes. A lot of people might have a bin in all the kids' bedrooms, a bin in the bathroom, a bin downstairs, and God knows how many bins around the house. But all that's doing really is it's an out of sight, out of mind thing. So without thinking, you think you're doing yourself a favour putting bins in every room, but unless you're going to literally change those bins every day or every other day, you think it's doing you a favour, but it's just mounting up, if that makes sense. So in the past, I've had bins in the elder kids' bedrooms, and the times I've gone up there, and it's that full that it's overflowing, and it's just biding time, isn't it, really, in a sense, to just keep filling it up and up and up and up. And the kids have asked me, oh, can I have a bin again in my room? I'm like, no, you blooming can't. Just get up off your backside, walk down the stairs and put it in the bin in the kitchen. Even if you have a packet of crisps at night or something, you don't have to take it down straight away. Put it on your bedside table and then take it down in the morning. That way it's just not going to all spill out of control, and you know that all the rubbish is in just one bin, so it actually makes it 10 times easier. Tip number 3, people say to me, how on earth do you keep your carpet so clean with so many kids? Well, I guess the answer to that is it's a shoe-free zone house, so the minute anyone comes through that door, shoes straight off in the shoe cupboard, and then you either go round in slippers or socks. So that is how we've always kept the carpet so clean. It's inevitable that if you wear your shoes around the house, if you've been outside, you've probably got dirt on your shoes, etc. It's going to all go all over your carpets. Tip number 4, no food and drink anywhere. So that also comes into the carpet scenario, because I've sort of seen it with my own eyes that if you're allowing your kids to run around with juice bottles and beakers and God knows what, and food and things like that, then it's all going to go on the carpet. You're going to get spillages and your carpets will smell and they will get dirty. Obviously, the older children, they're allowed to eat in their bedrooms. But for the younger sort of 6 or 7 kids, we don't allow that. Food and drink are for kitchens and dining tables. And that sort of helps when kids get older as well. If you take them out for a meal or take them to, I don't know, a friend's or anything, they'll know how they should behave, that they should have food and drink at the table. And tip number 5 is always pick up straight away after yourself. So if you're walking past something and you know it doesn't belong there, just go and put it away straight away. Don't make excuses, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, because that later never happens. And then during the course of a day, if you did that with everything, you're going to be left with a right old mess. So pick up anything that doesn't belong somewhere, put it away. And as I've said, just do things straight away. If you use a dish, wash it, dry it, put it away. If you use a bath, put the towels in the basket or fold them if you can reuse them. Clean the bath as soon as you've had a bath. Your clothes, you know, this has always been a big one. Whenever the kids have baths or anyone gets changed in the bathroom, wherever they are, dirty clothes straight to the basket. And that always helps with the rule number 1 of only have one laundry basket. It helps in the way of, sometimes people say to me, oh, I went to the kids' bedroom and there was just this big mound of dirty laundry. You know, I've always tried to get that into the kids. Take your clothes straight to the basket immediately. So yeah, that's my 5 tips this week, guys. I really, really hope you might be able to take something from this. And I hope it might help you around the house. But these are just things that I've always done. Hope you've enjoyed, everybody, and I shall see you in Tuesday's cleaning video. Hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I also hope I have a better weekend too. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I shall see you soon. Bye.